Hi there, Shauna Lynn Simon here from Beyond the Stage Homes, Waterloo Region's #1 choice for creating beautiful homes. And I'm coming to you live with this week's Around the House tip of the week, which is all about creating an effective marketing plan for your home. And I think this is, just like any type of sales that you might do, creating, selling your home is very much the same sort of technique. So the key to top sales is that solid marketing plan. And this means identifying who is your target market, what is it that they're looking for, and how are you going to create an impactful marketing message for them and present them with a quality product, right? So sales are sales. When you walk into the grocery store, they prepare the visual displays in a way that's intended specifically to catch your eye and get you to purchase their products. If you go onto Amazon to check out a product, it's going to emphasize the features. It's going to show you some beautiful pictures of that item. Oftentimes when you go onto Amazon and you see that something is not, if it doesn't have enough angled pictures of different angles of the product, or if the lighting looks like it's poor for the product, you're that less likely to want to actually purchase that item because you're, of course, afraid of buyer's remorse. So one of the things when it comes to selling your house is to ensure that you are really creating that desirable product for people to buy. You want home buyers to be enticed by your home. So what's the best way to do that? Of course, home staging. Home staging is an effective marketing technique. Now, of course, it does combine the elements of decorating with that sales and marketing in order to create a product that is ready for sale that today's buyers are actually looking for. So how exactly do we go about doing this and preparing your home for sale? So like I said, home staging is a big part of that. Again, you also want to understand who your target demographic is. So if you are marketing to families, you want to ensure that your home shows like a family home. So for example, if you have a 3-bedroom home, you need to show 3 bedrooms as bedrooms. If this is going to be a family home, and I understand, sometimes you want to be careful not to pigeonhole yourself and target a specific demographic when there's a few different demographics that might be moving in there. However, you want to make sure that you are clearly defining the space and clearly outlining to potential buyers what they can do with it. So if you have 3 bedrooms, they should be all shown as bedrooms. Anything less than that, they definitely need to be shown as bedrooms. Once you get into larger homes, you may be able to allocate one of those bedrooms for an office space or a den or however you want to use it. But I do caution you to use some discretion on this. If the room is awkwardly shaped or is super teeny tiny, you will want to show it as the intended purpose for it, because what happens is when you don't show it for its intended purpose, it doesn't showcase the scale of the room. So you want to show not only how furniture is going to fit into the room, but also the optimal placement for it. So another thing to keep in mind when it comes to, and kind of along the same lines, when it comes to marketing any product, selling anything, and anyone who's ever worked in sales, they can completely relate to this, but anytime you're selling anything, it's not about you. And I understand that this is your home and you've got the memories there, but you want to keep in mind, as soon as you make that decision to sell it, it's no longer about you. It's about your buyer now. So there may be things that you don't want to do. There may be things that you don't think you need to do. But again, listen to what it is that your buyer is going to be wanting. So understanding who that buyer is critical to the success of the sale of the house as well. Now, how do you find out who that buyer is going to be? Talk to your real estate agent. They are well trained in the demographics of your area. Another thing you can do is even just take a look outside and see who's moving into your neighborhood. What is there an ongoing trend? There tends to be shifts in neighborhoods. Sometimes, for example, there's certain areas in town that it's all families there 24/7. No matter what, there's no cycle to it. Families move in, kids grow up, families move out. It's really that simple. Whereas there's other areas where, young families may be starting to build it and then they all grew older and they all stayed and they, stayed in their houses for 30, 40 years. And so it tended to be a bit of an older population. And then it shifted back to being families moving in. So you really want to pay attention to exactly who's moving in. And like I said, remember that it is not about you, and taking that aspect out of it. If you work with a home stager can help to identify what buyer perceptions are going to be. So it's really important to understand, like I said, not only who your buyer is, but what is it they're going to be looking for and the things that might turn them off as well. And this is where your professional home stager has been trained. It is their responsibility and it's a big part of their job to ensure that you are properly informed about what your buyers may potentially perceive based on the things you have in your home. Because you want to try to avoid having them make any sort of misconceptions about how the home is cared for, any issues with the home, or how the space is going to be when it comes to living in it. So when it comes to creating your marketing plan, home staging should definitely be first and foremost on that list, because until you've prepared that house properly for sale, there's really nothing to market. Whether you choose to prepare your home yourself or bring in the expertise of a professional, that's up to you. But what I will say is that there's a great deal of information online. There are videos like this that you can find that are very helpful and will help to get you that start. But that's exactly what they're intended for. It's the same thing, if I decide I might need new windows for my house, I might go into Google first of all to figure out, do I need new windows, and kind of do a little bit of research on what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to call in an expert to come in and do a proper evaluation of it. And they're the ones who are going to actually install those windows, remove the existing windows, install the new ones, and that's who I'm going to purchase the windows from, for that matter. So you have to know when your limits to the do-it-yourself aspect end, and where there's value to bringing in an expert. No matter how beautiful your home looks and shows, a home stager can likely still provide you with some valuable advice, because one of the number one things that we find when we walk into people's homes is actually that their furniture is not necessarily arranged optimally for flow and for the overall function of the space. So we want to make sure that we are showcasing the features. Like I said, home staging is marketing. It's not just about creating a pretty room. What we're trying to do in home staging is we're actually ensuring that we are really focusing on the features of the home and drawing the buyer's attention to those, and perhaps distract them a little bit from anything that's maybe a little less desirable. We're not going to hide anything. It's not our job to be deceptive. We're not going to hide any flaws or anything, but anything that maybe is a little less convenient or comfortable, we're going to do our best to focus their attention away from that so they can just focus on the great features. Now, regardless of how well that house is showcased and positioned, at the end of the day, you do need to ensure that you do have the correct price point for your market. Am I here to talk to you about price? Absolutely not. That's not my job. Again, that's where you bring in the experts. The best person to ask for advice on how to price your home is a qualified real estate agent. If you are just beginning the home selling process and you're interested in learning about the different options you have for real estate agents, feel free to contact Beyond the Stage Homes. We're happy to put you in contact with some of our real estate agent partners that we know will treat you well and ensure that you get the most value out of your home. So all of this is key to a successful sale. You need to ensure that you are providing the right product for your neighborhood, for your marketplace. And this will allow you to draw on the buyers that you want to. When it comes to choosing a real estate agent, if you don't decide to hire one of Beyond the Stage Homes' preferred partners, and again, you can check out on our website at beyondthestagehomes.com and click on preferred vendors to see who we recommend, or you can give us a call and we can have a little chat with you and try to pair you up with someone that we feel is best suited for you. But otherwise, when it comes to choosing an agent, you do want to choose someone who you feel knows you and understands you and your family's needs to the best of their ability. Perhaps it's someone who knows your neighborhood really well. I don't recommend choosing an agent based on who's going to sell your house, who says they're going to list your house for the highest price. Because just because they tell you that that's a list price doesn't mean that they can actually sell your house. So I would look at their track record for selling homes as well. Look at what previous clients have said about them. And again, like I said, if you want some advice, we're happy to provide some recommendations for you as well. You want to ensure that your home receives a great deal of exposure too. So talk to your real estate agents about what is their marketing plan for ensuring that you are attracting buyers to the house. We can have all the beautiful photos in the world, but without the right marketing plan to get that out to prospective buyers, it's going to lose its value, of course. So talk to your real estate agent and find out exactly what their marketing plan is and the results that they've had. How well do they understand the current market and the trends in terms of buyers markets, sellers markets, etc. You can also ask friends and family if they've recently sold a home, ask them about their experience and ask them for recommendations as well. You also want to talk to your real estate agent potentially about their negotiating skills if you find that you're going to be in a negotiating situation. And what other value-added services do they offer? Do they include professional photography. This is another thing too. If you're going to invest in staging your home, you want to ensure that there are professional photos that are going to be listed up on the MLS in order to ensure that you are getting the maximum exposure for your house and the most positive exposure for your house as well. Let's see what else. So you've staged your home. It's ready for market. You've selected the real estate agent. It's now time to make that first impression. So you get a professional photographer to come in. And I think once you've got all of that stuff done, essentially you are ready to start marketing the house. We've actually got a whole blog on our blog. We've got a blog on our blog called Marketing the House That's for Sale. Check it out. We did it earlier this year, and it talks a little bit more about this, but it also actually gives you some photos. And here, actually, I will post this. Check out this blog. All right, I think I posted it. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to. Hold on. Let's see if this will work here. But this actually shows you some photos of the difference between, there we go. This shows the difference between using your cell phone for a photo versus using professional photography. So hope that helps you guys out. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined me. Let us know if you have any questions, if there's any way that we can help you in the process of preparing your home for sale. We would love to. And in the meantime, hope you are enjoying this wonderful fall. I think the rain has stopped for a little while, and I'm hoping that we will end up with a little bit of dryness in the near future, even though the dreaded S word is apparently in the forecast and is in the near future. So stay warm, stay dry, and enjoy the beautiful Waterloo region that we have. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today, and I look forward to working with you and helping you to sell your home and to really maximize its potential. Thank you.